In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a mini mammoth haircut using the kit that you can purchase with our Curious Craft Packs. In the kit, you have of course the templates that you can colour in and cut out to make the mammoth. Also got a pair of googly eyes, some red heart stickers, these corrugated card strips, and I'll show you what that's for later, and some brown tissue paper. You're also going to need to use your own glue, scissors and colouring pens. I'm going to start off by colouring in this template here. This is going to be the main body of the mammoth. So this half, including the tabs, I'm going to I'm going to colour brown with my pens, but this half here, this plain half, I'm going to leave white. Ta-da! This template is for the mammoth overcoat. I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to colour it all in brown, so it's all brown and woolly, like a woolly mammoth's coat. Ta-da! And of course the great thing is, because you're going to be cutting these out, you don't have to worry about staying in the lines. Last but not least, we have the bits and pieces template. That's what I'm calling it. So we've got the 4 legs here, the 2 ears, a nice long trunk, 2 tusks and a tail. So all these are going to be brown and the tops of the tusks. I'm just going to leave these tusks white as they are. Just like so. Now that all my templates are beautifully coloured in, lovely and brown, my next step is, yep, you guessed it, I'm going to cut them all out. One thing that you could do, if you wanted to make these really strong and sturdy, like they're already printed on a thin card, if you wanted them even stronger, you could cut up an old cereal box or an old delivery box, stick it on there, and then cut it out from there. It would make it a lot stronger, a lot tougher once it's made. But it would mean it'd be much more difficult to cut out. There we go, so we've got our 2 main templates, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 legs, a tail, a trunk, there we go, nearly bent it, 2 tusks and 2 ears. I've gone back to the first template now, the main body. And how we're going to assemble this, we're going to fold along all of the lines except this one down here, the stripy one. So all of these lines, this line, and yeah, there's everything. So along here and all the lines down there. Yeah, that's where we're going to fold. So I'm going to turn it over because we're going to fold it inwards. So like this. It's really easy. You can just pick up the tabs. Oh, she says it's easy. Here we go. Pick up the tabs and just fold them across. Like this, and this one. So there we go, and those tabs folded over. I'm going to turn it round. I'm going to do the same on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now we're going to fold it. I'm going to open it out again, and we're going to fold it a long ways. So there's the first one, and then the next folds are along where the little corners are here, which helps us to bend it. So then we're going to put the next one there, and then the next one there, and then come in from the other side. There we go, there, and yeah, oh, that's everything, all folded. Now I'm going to glue it. So I'm going to glue the top sides of all the little tabs. So starting with the brown ones. Ooh, make sure my glue isn't too dry. It's a strange pink colour. I wonder what I've been gluing to make it pink. Here we go. That's it, warmed it up a bit. Let's put the glue working. So there's one. Doesn't matter about all the smudging and smearing on here because that's going to be inside the Mammoth, so we're not going to see that. There we go, that's my 3 tabs, well and truly glued. I'm going to do the same with the tabs on this side, the white ones. So there's 1, 2 and 3. And then I'm also going to glue this little bit on the end. There. Okay, this is where I'm going to get really sticky fingers. So the idea is these 3 are going to be stuck to here, here and here on this tab. And these 3 are going to be stuck to here, here and here on this brown tab. So let's see how I get on. Fold it up, move that to meet, so that's gluing along there. I'm going to fold it again. So these tabs can just glue together like that. And the same again. So this tab here is going to glue, hopefully you guys can see this on the camera, inside. And, oh, no, I can't see what I'm doing. This tab is going to get glued this way. There we go, like that. And then, on the last bend, this one is going to get slotted in. And it's going to get stuck in there. Ooh. This is going to stick onto the outside there. This is where, if you had reinforced it with extra card and stuff, it would be easier to stick together. But we can definitely make this work as it is, just with careful time and patience. And the last thing we're going to do is stick this one here. You know what, that doesn't feel very sticky. I don't have the best luck with glue. Let me see if I've got some more. So I've got some different glue. I'm going to have a go and see if this sticks better. The one thing I could have suggested, and I didn't, was actually sticking these flat bits as well. So when you get to this stage, I would cover these with glue, hopefully. Oh, that's better. Yay, it's sticking. So yeah, that's one side. This side is actually stuck okay without it. That's a good tip to remember, that you can glue the backs of the tabs as well. And I'm going to have another go at gluing this bit. If I get really stuck, I've brought out the big guns. I've also got some sellotape ready, so we can use that if we need to. Just being really gentle, because if I press too hard, push it in, and then it'll be dented. So I'm just trying to gently press it down. But I think I've just about succeeded with this, which is brilliant. There we go, the end of the sellotape. Just want a little bit, oh that's a bit too long, just want enough to go along here, like that. And then I'm going to trim it so it doesn't go too far around the sides. There we go. Oh, I'll trim this side as well. Ta-da! That is going to be, doesn't look like it much now, but it is going to be our mammoth body. The next thing I'm going to do is stick on the ears. And how we're going to do this, it's going to bend this bit that says tab, the little square, backwards on itself. And then these are going to get stuck to either side of the box, like that. So it's actually a good idea as well, if you've still got your colouring pens, to paint the backs, to colour the backs of the ears as well as the fronts. So there we go, coloured front and back. And I'm going to put the glue where it says, one side of the tab, a bit on the front. Then face him upwards, so this join on the bottom. Going to stick just like that, and on the other side, just like that. Next up are the lovely googly eyes. Now these ones I think are technically peel and stick, but I find that to be such a nightmare. At the end, the backs come off and it all falls apart. So I'm just going to stick these with a glue stick in exactly the same way I've been sticking everything else. And these go right at the top this part of the mammoth, so right between his lovely flappy ears. There we go. And I'm sure you can all guess where his trunk goes. So of course it goes just here, underneath his eyes. I'm going to bend the end round just a bit like that, so it kind of sticks up. And a bit of glue just on the top. Do the trick. There we go. That's our mammoth. His very startled expression. So this is the back of our mammoth, his bottom, and this is where his tail is going to go. So we're just going to stick some glue on the top of it. Again, this can flap up a bit if you want it to. Next up, we've got his 4 legs. So again, these have a little square bit that says tab, and that bit is going to be folded across, just like that. And like that. And then they're going to be stuck to his underside. So he's got 4 legs. They're all standing just like that. So we're going to get the glue. There we go. So those are his 4 legs to begin with, but they're not done yet. We're then going to get this strip. I'm going to cut along the lines. So there's 4 different sections. And then I'm going to put glue onto one side and also the other side. Oh no, I'm running out of the good glue. That's because I've been using it too thickly. And then I'm going to stick it like that on the inside of his leg, so the end is right up against his body. And I'm going to fold over the end of his leg like that. And that makes shorter legs, but stronger legs. And that's the important thing. And now, of course, he couldn't be a woolly mammoth without a fantastic pair of tusks. So this is one, and I'm just going to glue it here. So just below his ear, on the side of him, like that. And then the same on the other side. You want to make sure they're properly lined up. You can look at them from above. Do that thing the hairdressers do when they sort of go along the side of your hair. Make sure it finishes in the same place. There we go. That's our mammoth. Kind of assembled, but not fully. This is where we get to have a bit of fun with some heart stickers. I'm going to peel them off and stick them to his underwear. Because of course this is what all mammoths have got hiding underneath their woolly coats. When it comes to the tissue paper, there's all sorts of different ways you can use it. I'm going to rip it into little strips, so I'll show you what I've done. So I'll take it from one end. I always find tissue paper always rips one way, but not the other. So if you try to rip it this way, it won't work. But I rip it this way, and you get a nice little strip. I don't know why, I can never tell until I actually have a go, but see what works. And then I'm just going to rip this strip into little pieces, and then I'm just going to stick them on like that onto his fur. And of course you could use as much of this or as little of this as you want. It's just a nice little extra touch to make him a little bit more 3D, a little bit more woolly and textured and like a proper woolly mammoth. So there we go. I haven't used all of the tissue paper, but you can be as creative with this and 3D with this as you like. But I've just put a little bit on top just to give it a bit of extra ruffly texture. So now I'm going to fold along these 4 lines so that it kind of goes over. So it will of course be his coat. So that's his fringe. That's one of his sides. That's the bit that covers his bottom. And this is the other side. Like that. This is going to fit over him. I appreciate you're only looking from above, but I'll take some photos afterwards so you can see him from the side. There we go, like that. And that completely hides that he's got his underwear underneath. Here we have our fantastic woolly mammoth dressed in his warm woolly coat, ready for the winter. But actually, at the moment, it's the middle of summer, so I think perhaps it's time for a mammoth haircut. Ooh. And whoosh. Revealing the rather startled looking mammoth underneath and his rather fetching underwear. And that is how you make a mammoth haircut.